I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Can we do a mic check? Just,
Yeah.
and if anybody's upstairs listening, you can just tap on the floor to make sure the mics are on. Thank you.
Abby, yes.
Okay,
No, I just, we've been
let's
having
hope.
some, we've been having some issues, so I just wanted to.
Yeah, we had some issues.
All right, our first appointment will be with Rick Dill, Route 16's signage for the snowmobile club. The code department has instructed Mr. Dill to seek waiver from the Board of Selectmen for temporary sign. What he means by that, so that you're all on pages, our town ordinance has a banner sign law that I think it's either 15 days or 30 days to have a banner up. But it does say that the selectmen can waive that and to allow them to have that sign for a period of 30 more days or something like that.
I didn't look at that.
We can waive it to go. I guess my point will be, I've done a little looking around, and if you go from the, first of all, driving by that parking lot and seeing all those people in that parking lot and using it and bringing
Awesome.
the community, a lot of work people into the village, using Lino's, the store, all that, it's a wonderful thing. I've noticed it tremendously. It's vibrant. It's beautiful. Looking at all the signs from that point, completely to Governor's Road, every one of them are banner signs. They're all banners. They're on a piece of plywood, but they're banners. They come down, they go up, they change, they do the billboard signs. There's signs. So I don't see that we have anything directed. What I did is I talked to Peter about it, and he wants them to do a permit like we all do. We all have to do a permit. So I brought you an application for a permit. So I want you to fill that out, get that to Peter, and then we'll see what the board has to say. We'll listen to what you want to say. But I just wanted to bring you up to par what it was all about.
So I appreciate that little background. I'll give you a little bit further background. So as you may or may not be aware, the snowmobile club has grown in its size due to the fact of what we're doing on the trails, both in season and out of season, which has drawn a lot of more people in, as Charlie had mentioned. We really didn't have any place for people to park. It was either behind New Deal or behind Cindy's, and so I reached out to, I think it's Mr. Huckins, who owns the property, got permission to use it as parking. Part of the NHSA regulations are if we have a parking lot, we have to plow it, we have a contractor, we get reimbursed, but we have to have a sign showing it. So one of our members, Tor Larson from Signs East, he donated a big, beautiful sign. I got some wood, I went up and I put it up, and that's where it stands. I mean, there's no malice intended. I'll fill out the permit and do whatever needs to be done. The only question I have is, what do we have to do if we're taking it up and taking it down? Can we leave it up?
Well, in my opinion, every sign down there has been up. It's up every day. I don't have any issues. I don't think anybody else has any issues. It's a pretty sign, it's a clean sign. It's not like it's anything vulgar. It's a sign that's on a post that's been there since Christ wore knickers. I mean, that signpost has been there for as long as I can remember, so.
So, folks, if anybody complains about it, wants to take it down, we'll gladly take it down. I mean, the snowmobile club
Is
doesn't.
it on town land?
What's that?
No.
It's not on town property?
No,
No, you still.
but we have the right to waiver it, to say that they can have the banner sign.
Right, if
It
the
says it in
owner's,
our ordinance.
if the owner's okay with it and, you fill out the permit and you get that approval,
Yep.
I don't see any reason why we
Yeah.
want to take it down.
Who has to do, so do they do the permit or does the owner of the property do
No.
the permit?
We'll probably do it.
There has to be,
They
it has
can
to be
do
a
it in-
certain size and all
Doesn't
that
have to
stuff.
be the owner, I guess is what I'm asking.
I don't think so. They're leasing the property, basically. I mean, we're talking about an organization that benefits the community.
Yeah.
So let's not put up
It's
roadblocks for it,
there's
let's
no
make it
lights
move.
on it, right? It's just a
There
sign.
are lights on it, but they're not working right now. We might have miswired something, but
Yeah.
we're gonna go back out there. Peter did say he'd have to do a drive-by at nighttime.
Mm-hmm.
They are solar and they are facing downward, but once I get them up and running, I'll let Peter know and
Yeah.
say, and honestly, I don't think we're gonna have them working during the
I
summer.
would say during the summer,
Yeah,
right?
I don't have a problem as long as it's.
And Peter's on
if-
board with
if
it,
the-
he
if it
agrees,
meets the
he
code
just,
in-
he's just following what we're supposed to do.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And
Peter's
I just
doing
want
what
him to do the permit, because I would have to do the permit, you would have to do the permit,
Yeah.
they should do the permit.
No,
100%.
absolutely, if it meets
So,
code,
can I get a
good.
motion to waive the banner?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Done.
Thank you very much for your time. Well,
We're waiving the time limit on the ban.
Yes, and they can leave it up and go with what they're doing. I mean,
Because it
I
doesn't
would
deter
assume-
anybody from parking there, even like
No.
off snowmobile season, right? It would,
it won't
It says-
deter them, but I see a lot of trucks in there anyway. They'll
yeah.
park in there.
And I think people that walk the trail
Yes.
walk there anyway, right? They're not
Correct.
gonna be like, oh no, snowmobile club owns this, or
But I
they
wouldn't
think, because
be
that
sur-
actually makes it look like you own the land. I thought you guys purchased it, to be honest.
I wouldn't be surprised that in the future, it's such a wonderful spot that you might find that you do a nice something there, I don't know if I'd
That's
want
in
it
the
to
talk.
say, like right now it says winter. So does that deter people in the summer
Right, from park.
from parking
that's what I
there?
was kinda
Maybe,
wondering.
maybe that would be a good reason to pull the banner down.
So if you hear anything like that, what people are like confused about, let us know.
Right, that's more confusion.
We have a huge following on our Facebook page, almost like 4,000 people. So we can post something up that's like, hey, we're gonna leave the sign up there, but it's on our property. People can still park and walk there. And
Yeah.
again, any problems, just let us know.
No, we would.
I'm sure Jeff will get right out there and take care of it.
I'm sure you would.
Thank you very
Okay.
much for your time.
Perfect.
You're welcome.
Awesome,
See ya.
thank you.
Rick, you coming back tomorrow night too, just to hang around, or 3 nights in a row?
I will if you're gonna be here.
Hey, just,
We'll get some pizzas and
just one thing,
Yeah.
What?
the temperature did go down, you can put your pants back on.
Thank you.
This is the rest of the year now.
Take care.
Yeah.
These legs should not be covered.
All right, unscheduled matter,
Thank you.
public comment. Go ahead.
Can I speak?
Yeah, please.
So just public comment, one, I want to thank all the members of the public who came out and voted last night. It was a great turnout, so thank you all for doing that. Also, a big thank you for all the people who worked at the polls. I only went in and voted, but boy, it worked really smooth. So, the supervisor of the checklist, Mary Ellen, Beth, Tom, Rick Dill, of course, all of you as selectmen. Dino, I know you were running around, so it takes a whole group, Val and Nicole, and from our town clerk. Just everybody does and all the volunteers that work there and help people check in and out. So just a great job, and I just want to thank everybody for all their hard work to make it such a smooth event, and all the people who came out and voted. So
Yeah.
thanks.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, Tom.
Thank you.
Okay, and congratulations.
Yes,
Congratulations,
congratulations to you.
Okay, unfinished business, we got sidewalk replacements RFPs.
Singular.
Brock's here,
One.
we have one,
Yeah, just one.
must be a popular RFP, nobody wants it.
I think it was the technicality of it.
Yeah, I agree.
I honestly think that's probably gonna scare you when you open it.
I
Well, I'm
I
sure
don't,
it is.
I don't think it's gonna scare me, but I can only imagine.
After going on the walk down there with the people that actually do this for a living and they start pointing stuff out, you're like,
Oh, yeah.
oh boy.
Oh, earth, huh?
Yeah.
Very good. So we got oh yeah. All right. Total project cost, $998,000.
Wow.
Add alternative, another $450,000.
$450 for,
Thousand?
for extra.
For yeah, if you added another 3,600 linear feet of vertical granite curb. And see, this is the problem with the sidewalks. You got to have them curbed and all that.
No, I knew it
And that's,
was way
and
out of
if I
touch.
might, that it was we talked about it, and what we ran into is the first section of it isn't too bad. down to probably where it turns to go down in. But once you get beyond that, the sidewalks, some of the sidewalks 18 inches wide. But the problem is now you're in the cemetery, and then you go another 30 feet down the road and you're in that dry stack pinned wall that's there that's holding the dam back from going across the road, which is all you've got to deal with that. Then you've got the drainage under the highway that all has to be taken care of. They were very good because there was 15 contractors there.
Oh, there was.
We had a pile of them, and the big problem is everybody wanted a plan. They wanted a plan. They wanted this. And Earth is like, listen, it's sidewalks. We do this all the time. We can give you a price for this. But they even told me, they're like, we're gonna make it so we're not gonna lose on it. It's not because we don't know either when we start digging down underneath what we're gonna run into. My suggestion, I don't know if this is anything to you guys, is maybe we talk to some of the people down there or whatnot, and we've got Earth, they gave us a price. Maybe we go back and talk to them about maybe just doing away with the sidewalk and fixing everybody's lawn and tapering it back in and putting grass in and tying it back down to where it is, where it's...
I guess you'd have to find out how many people actually walk now.
And that's the thing. And honestly, I've seen one person walk on the road down there, and it's in 10 years. It's the same guy every morning.
Yeah.
But there is somebody that does walk on it. But down towards Mr. Kenny's end down that way, you don't see people walking on that. The sidewalk's 12 inches wide. There's a tree that big around, grown up in the middle of it.
Yeah.
What
about grants, Brock? Is there any possibility to throw that at a grant?
I don't think there's any grants for sidewalks. That would be. I'm sure you could probably get with Joe or somebody and see what's available for state funding and stuff like that. But I don't think by the time.
Well, obviously we can't fund it right now.
Yeah, no, and that's what I was saying. But if we could go, if we decide to go that other route, we can maybe just go back to Earth and say, hey, what would it cost to bring everybody's yard back to nice and taper it back down to the road where it was going to be. At least do something for them down there, because they, you know what I mean? We're not really, short of us going, I'm going to go do some paving down there this summer and that, but they don't really, we're not really, the sidewalk was what they wanted, but I don't think anybody anticipated $1 million sidewalk.
And wouldn't you have to, because you're saying that they're small, so obviously they're not big enough, which means you need to cut it into people's... Right, so then you're gonna need easements, and you're gonna need all that stuff of that property, and are people willing to give up their land for a sidewalk?
Yeah, and that's what I mean, that there's no piece of that sidewalk down there that's conformed to ADA size. It just wasn't built in that time.
Right.
You know, and back then you could run a paver down the side of the road and call it a sidewalk, but now that you can't do that anymore. And I think we've as many times as we've talked to the state about this too, and they're not really keen with putting granite curbing down the side of their road because of plowing. So it's just, I'm not saying that eventually if we went in there and
well, we ran into that when we first looked at it, and especially when you got near the railroad.
Yeah.
They had an issue too.
And that's a whole nother part of the thing is the railroad. The railroad's, you gotta be real careful with that.
Sounds to me like it's a little far-fetched than we can handle at the moment anyway. So we can look into maybe putting out a notice saying that anybody down there would like to come in, we'd like to talk about it in the future. We can talk and see if they're willing to take the grass back as dirt. I don't see why you can't make it dirt instead of tar, or whatever.
Well, and that's the thing, it would just turn everybody's yard back nice in the front and do it up, get rid of because it is an eyesore down there. It's broke all apart. It's the big thing is somebody's gonna trip and fall.
They're gonna get
there's
hurt,
holes
right.
in it and whatnot. So it's
Clean it up.
Clean it up and make it look pretty and just turn it back.
Is that something that you guys could do even if you did a small part?
The only thing,
part at a time?
the problem is right there where that state road is, being in the state road enough. By the time I had enough flaggers to cover it, we wouldn't have any workers to do the work. And it's 3,600 feet. That would take us
A while.
a long time with what we've got to do it.
Yeah, and you gotta get rid of the
You gotta
crap.
get rid of it all, you gotta dig it all up, you gotta come in with, we just,
So we'll reinvestigate it at another time, but right now, we're just getting through the budget
Yeah,
season.
we can
and
reach
I
out to
don't
Joe
think-
too and see if there is any money out there.
yeah, and I'll look to see
Yeah.
if there's any money available to do it. It's, I think we're on the low side of that with the once you get in, having gone down and looked at that wall that's sitting there, that's holding that whole road up. It's not.
But it's not in any danger.
Right, no, no, that's the thing, until you start messing with it.
Right.
And then the cemeteries, like you said, they were like, you gotta have archaeologists down there, cause the cemetery is 5 feet from the sidewalk.
Yeah.
So,
All right. We'll push it off and we'll revisit it another time and we'll revisit it when we get a new standing member and we'll talk about it later.
and I do think that Earth would be willing to work with us, even if you guys decided to do it, and we wanted to do it in phases, I think they would work with us on that too. So if it came and they said, geez, we can't do it, we don't have the money right now, but we can put this much money away now and do this section and then do this section and.
Yeah,
No.
maybe if, designate the most at risk,
Right.
you know.
Because I think the other part that we're gonna run into is right after like True Blue, where that house is so close. Now you're on somebody's porch when you're putting a sidewalk in.
Well, I know, yeah,
That little white place there in
Yeah, I
the
know
place is very
exactly.
close to the road.
exactly what you're talking.
All right, we'll move on. We got a purchase order for $15,200 for transfer station gate.
So just to recap, Mr. Chairman, this is the one that we tabled. We didn't have all the answers on it, and Brock was coming to do the RFP anyway. So he's here to answer any questions that we have. This is the gate for the transfer station.
This is one Teresa Ibschneid.
Just to save
No.
I listened to the meeting and I realized what you're saying. I'm gonna do all the digging for the power and all that like we did. We moved the scale ourselves pretty much. I short of picking the scale up and moving it. We ran the wires, we put the concrete in, we did it all.
So where's the power gonna come from?
It's gonna come from, we've got a separate power grid right inside the shed. All it is a regular 110 power. It's not nothing fancy.
So you're gonna run it all
You're
out?
running
I'm
a
gonna
wire
run it from the
probably.
panel down at, we already put conduit in, we put extra conduit in when we moved the trailer over. So
Okay.
we can pull it, so I'll come out to the end, we'll dig it from there, and what I wanna do is move the gate.
I was just gonna say, where's the gate going? Is it moving
It's gonna
closer
come closer,
to?
Yeah.
because in the summertime, I don't know if anybody's noticed, but we'll have cars up to
Yeah,
153.
yeah,
Yeah.
okay,
So
so
if we
you are
move the
moving
gate this
yeah.
way, well, and I'm gonna put it right where the turnaround is, so if we have to turn people around, it's somewhere where you can actually turn around and you're not out in the road. So we'll pull the gate this way. The gate's gonna be the same exact gate as we have at the wastewater. My plan is to put the cameras up so we can see who's coming and going. I can open the gate anytime we need to if we have to, and we'll have a record of what's coming and going and how it's working and whatnot at the gate.
Okay, so the exclusions of it being the conduit, the power, the concrete pad,
Yeah,
you're doing all of
The
that.
only other cost that we'll incur is just the actual tying the wire in, because we're not electricians, but the wire's gonna be there, the conduit's gonna be in the ground by us. So that's very minimal cost for them to hook it into a breaker and hook the other
Oh,
end.
no.
Do we have the money allocated to sign for this?
It's in the
Transfer
station.
capital.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
okay,
it,
so we have the money.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, we
We're
have
not
the money.
asking.
And that's, because if you remember at the meeting, that's one of the things I put the money in for, was because the gate's destroyed, the gate's beat up down there, so.
Brock, would this help solve the problem where your guys used to have to leave the gate kind of half open to go in and
Yes.
out, and then people would kind of come
Yeah,
through
because
it?
the gate from now when we're there working,
You keep it
won't.
shut.
Well, you'll keep it shut, and then when you pull up to the gate will open. Any of our town trucks, you'll be able to open the gate without even getting out of your vehicle. Now you just pull up to the gate and the gate opens for you.
Why, do they have like a sensor on it or
It'll
something?
have it'll have you got an
remote.
app on your phone. You just hit your button. And
Okay, like
the
our
gate
doors here, yeah, all right.
So
Yeah,
what
and-
about the contractors that that pay the extra money for the transfer to go in at 7:30, come in at 8, because usually the gates
Yeah,
have
no,
open,
and
you drive
on
around.
Thursday at 7:30 when you can go in, it'll just open.
It'll open.
It'll open. And then what I'm gonna do is I'll take the old gate, because where I put the gate will be where the road is that goes down to the leaf pile. So we'll take that old gate and we'll put it across the leaf pile, so that can be shut off too, so there's no getting in and out of there. Cause I don't know if you guys, and I think but we've been having another problem with batteries disappearing over there and whatnot, so.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and for the life of me, I don't understand why, cause it's not, boy, it's a lot more work than it's worth.
You know, while you're here though, I gotta mention that I really don't think we're monitoring those dump stickers, because when I'm down there, I can probably count 10 cars going in and out of there with no stickers.
It weren't tonight, but since we're here, what I would like to do is one of these days is I think we need to have some people down there and monitor a day or two. I think me and Dino talked about this.
Yeah.
And just check some dump stickers and see, because you're right, there isn't, and when you got 4 guys down there and it's busy down there, it's hard to run back and forth and look at cars. And
How does it work if you have more than one vehicle? Let's say I have one on my black pickup, but I use my gray pickup a lot more because my black pickup has kind of been in the shop for so long, and now I got it back.
Yeah.
But are you allowed to get more than one ticket?
You can buy more than one dump sticker.
Oh, you have to
Which
pay the fee?
and to me, and this is just me. You guys are the. But I think if you buy a dump sticker, it should, as long as your vehicle's registered to you, you should be able to use that sticker in your other car. You shouldn't have to spend another $20 on another sticker because
You don't want them
change your other car.
Well, see,
Yeah,
see,
well, mine's
Just
100.
stick them to the car.
but that gives them the opportunity to like throw
pay
it on their
100 a
dash,
ticket?
you know, whatever,
Yeah, I
but
pay 100 for the dump sticker. 'Cause I
The only
get
thing
away
is
with
now
it.
you
I
can
get
give
a
it to
couple
your buddy
extra
and he can go
as a
down to the
contractor.
dump.
They don't want me
I guess
opening
what
up
you
the
could
lines
do
like
is,
that.
if they provide you with 2
30,
registrations,
Gotcha.
Yeah.
you know, and the 2
One on the
registrations.
front, one on the back. You get 2, and that may be a plan that we do. When you buy your sticker, maybe you get 2 stickers. So you get, if you're gonna have to take one of those 2 vehicles.
Well, one vehicle, your wife sometimes goes to
Yeah,
dump. She
exactly.
takes her car, just takes a couple of bags or something. But
Yeah, but
I-
if
I've-
your wife's
I've bought
anything like
two
my
before.
wife, the trash don't go in her car.
it's not bad buying 2 when you're spending $20, but I spend 100. And to buy buy 2, that's 200, which is fine.
Well, you
if
don't have
that's
to
what
pay,
we're
you don't
doing.
have to pay 100 for the other vehicle.
I pay, well,
If it's
I
just a
wouldn't-
regular
I wouldn't
truck.
want it for her car, I'd want it for my other truck.
That you would use for construction.
That you
I
would use for.
I use my work truck, and then I have my other truck for hauling the trailers, and so, that's all. That's a good
I just
idea.
don't think, and me personally, I think if you pay your $100, it shouldn't matter what vehicle you are, if it's your, you know
They-
what I mean?
they actually-
If Charlie comes in here and he comes in with his black truck, and then he comes in the next day with his other black truck, you shouldn't have to pay an extra $100. It's the same person.
Yeah.
Here's to the theory of Mark not seeing anybody checking for stickers or any stickers in the car. You know, if you're looking, if you know to look for those types of things and you don't see it, and we're saying you can take a sticker and you
Yeah.
can move it from car to
And
car.
I do
People
have a-
won't move them from car to car.
And
but
and to be 100%
Peel off
honest
very
with you,
easily, and
I
they
don't
do
think you're
stick
gonna
right
stop
back
at all.
on.
they do.
Yeah, I've
you're
done it.
not gonna stop at all because I think we get a lot of trash from other places that.
Oh, yeah, no,
Do you think that's still happening?
Oh yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm telling you, because I was down there, I said, that guy's got a mass plate.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a sticker.
Yes, and I agree
There's
with
a
that.
lot of-
It just and I will
Well,
tell you when it gets
Maine's another
busy, it
one.
is hard to police it. It really is when you're trying to move everything and get all
Well, that's,
that.
I mean, we used to have Henry Blanton stand down there for a couple of days, and he'd sit there, he'd stop him.
Yeah, and we don't. I don't have a problem with that, but I think that would have to come to you guys to say, hey.
And then you will need somebody in wherever they get them at the
Yeah, because
at the
I
gate,
can tell you right
thing,
now,
right?
you're gonna have some attitudes down there when you start.
yeah,
stopping
absolutely.
people. There's gonna be
I mean, but how long are these good for?
2 years.
2 years.
And they just started in January.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
This would be the time to do it if you're gonna.
that's what I'm saying.
I've
It's still early. So.
Been to a transfer station that's doing what we're talking about, having like a weekend where you
Yeah.
just stay. What they do is they set up a pup tent right there in the traffic that they
Everybody
get
can
stopped. And
It just
you're-
makes people more aware that they're
right,
without it.
and you're not trying to be aggressive, but if you don't have a sticker, we sell them right
We
here.
got it right here. We've got it
That's
right here.
all
We
you
sell
say.
it.
You don't question them. You don't question where they live or anything like that. You say you need one. If you don't have one, we have one right here, and you just sell them that way.
I
Do you
just
look
the
it up?
problem
Do you
that
look
you're gonna run into is the gentleman up the road that says, well, I forgot my sticker, and I didn't.
Yeah, that's where you run into a
Well,
problem.
that's what I mean. They need to be on your windshield.
Yeah.
I don't know if we do have a database. I
Do you
don't.
still look them up? They used to get a book from the tax collector or something that said everybody's property. Do they still do that? How do you know if somebody owns property here to get a sticker?
If you don't physically know them now, you have a book down there that the sticker writes down with your last name.
Yeah.
But
Right.
if somebody comes in there that you don't know, you have to bring a piece of mail showing where you live, and then
Okay.
it gets written down on your thing. But and we might need to start thinking about maybe making a little bit better system. So if we had to check somebody, but then you're going into. Now you need somebody there all the time to make sure. So if he doesn't have a sticker, you can type it in and see. If he bought a
It just seems
sticker.
like a lot of abuse
It,
going on.
it really does. It's tough, and the sticker. I mean, the sticker. Most of the honest people are gonna buy a sticker, and they're gonna have a sticker. It is what it is, and you're gonna have the ones that don't, that are trying to come in from a different town and want to drop their stuff off. Because I can tell you, when we had COVID,
Oh.
we were getting trash from I don't even know where. It was coming from everywhere. But it's calmed down now. So
Yeah.
All right, so do we need to vote on 15,000? So I'll entertain a motion for the 15,200 to the gate.
Yeah,
One more
I'll make
question?
that motion.
Is that what's
Okay.
going on?
I just want to ask one more question because this
Yeah, that's the
it's dated
sound on
February
that-
2nd. If they're
the
going to
peg
hold the
channel.
price,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
it's
no,
after the
it's-
30 days. I just saw.
no,
Okay, they'll
it's
hold the
good.
price.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's good.
Yeah, I second that.
Yeah, I
All
don't
in
know if they're
favor?
doing a live feed off that or not,
Aye.
but the peg channel's not broadcasting well. This is for my wife there. And
You gotta get your decoder ring out.
yeah.
All right,
No,
Mark.
we gotta do, it's gotta get fixed.
All in favor, Mark?
Aye.
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 Oops, sorry.
Could I just ask, I didn't understand what clarification you got.
Jeez.
It was on the purchase order. It said that, or from the invoice or whatever it was, it said it was held for 30 days, and I wanted to confirm.
Okay, thank you.
And that was back in February 2nd.
Yeah,
I just
we're
want to
all right.
confirm that we're okay.
And I just
that
have one
price.
final question. I know they voted and everything. Where will the gate be? Because I'm concerned about, like, we have the cheerleaders coming, the Lions Club uses it to sell stuff.
Yep.
It'll be past where they normally sell?
Yeah, it'll
Okay.
be up further, but that area will still be there
Yeah,
for
that'll
them
still
to,
be there.
Right.
That area is not gonna change. It's just gonna, all it is in the summertime, when that, I mean, for the love of God, I don't know why, but
They
people
love
the
being
dump.
down there.
And there is, in the summertime, when we get busy, there'll be cars all the way down that street out to 153
Okay.
and lined up, so. I mean, I don't know if we're gonna completely fix the problem, but at least if we move it in another 100 yards, it'll.
Hey, you might get
be-
3 cars
You
more.
can get another 4 or 5
Yeah.
cars in there or
Yeah.
whatever to get it a little bit closer.
Everybody
to the
likes
shed.
a dump run.
And then
Everybody
if
does.
they don't
Everybody
want to
wants
stay, they have the turnaround to be able to leave. If
Yeah,
they
and
don't
then
want to wait.
that's the idea. So
Yeah.
if you don't want to wait, you can turn
Yeah,
around.
turn around and
go.
leave. Yeah.
All right, new business.
We do have one little thing, Mr. Chairman. I know there's nothing there, but I'd like to talk a little bit about Mr. Daniels and him coming on board. And you can, Tom, you can speak to it as well. I know Tom has a final budget meeting on Monday night. I was speaking to the chairman of the budget committee, and the Secretary of State considers, we should have asked him when he was here, when the town moderator posts the election results, that is the finalization, that's the approval of the election. And at that point, Mr. Daniels is more or less a selectman, even before he raises his right hand. So I was talking to the chairman of the budget committee. I've talked a little bit with Mr. Daniels, because my understanding, Tom, correct me if I'm wrong, you were gonna wait to get sworn in so you could go to the meeting on Monday? Okay. And what concerns me is I don't want, if he is an official selectman at that point come Monday, I'm concerned that he's there, we might have Mr. Duffy there, and I don't want it to upset that meeting. So I just wanted your thoughts on that.
So I think, after thinking about it, that that we'll just leave it alone and let Mr. Duffy, as the liaison, go on Monday, do his thing, and Tom's just gonna have to, sit it out. He's gonna have to wait it out, and, because he'll be a selectman.
Well, he can still show up as a member of the
Yeah, you
public
can
too.
still show up as a member of the public, but, I think that in order for us to just make sure that it's all legal and that kind of thing, that we're probably, would be best to leave it alone as it is.
Yeah, I had planned on going to that one, cause I know they have a poor attendance on that one, but
So, you understand what we're trying to say?
what's the average amount of members that show up to that in your history?
Normally, it's hard to make quorum. It's usually
Really?
right at that, 7, 8 people maybe.
And
But
that's
either
what,
way, it's gonna be tough, right?
Right.
Because you're selectmen at that point, you're still, you know, so
Yeah.
you're not adding anybody.
Right, they
You're
both
not,
couldn't
you
go.
both couldn't go, so it makes sense to just stay status quo until the first or
It's
second
not
meeting
that we don't want you there.
that you guys have.
No, you can still come because,
And,
you got a lot of
then
good
divvy up
knowledge of
the
what's
liaison
going on there.
Positions at
And-
that point.
yeah.
But I think we're all in favor of, we're best to leave it alone and let you just be the selectman, because you are basically now, whether being signed in or not, it's been, the vote has been tallied and
Maybe it's the budget
been
committee
broadcast.
chair's job to call around to the members.
I don't know
and
how
just
that
say,
works, though,
"Hey,
because we've
this
never
is happening,
done
we've
that,
got
it's
to
like,
make sure that
I was
you
just
guys
thinking
can
that.
attend,
Yeah.
that we gotta have a quorum, you know,
Yeah.
and
you know,
really.
it's kind of like, Teresa's sitting here, he's a selectman, so we just added a 4th selectman. So, I don't understand why
Well,
this,
there's something to be said with Friday. Remember, Friday was
Friday's
kind of
supposed to be
the
the
dead
day
late. Well, they've
for
changed
recount.
that, and it can be up to 10 days to ask for a recount with the right
Oh.
conditions.
Oh, with the right
So,
conditions, oh.
but it all has to do with the posting. And we posted online, correct?
It was posted last night.
Our results were posted, so that's our official election. So the SOS is basically saying, well, when that's done, he's officially, not that he can act as a selectman, but until he raises his right hand, but he's officially a selectman. And I just don't want to muddy Jerry's meeting, but I will call him and say, I think you should get on the phone
Get on the phone and
call
make
some
calls.
people. Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
yep, okay. Thank you for that.
Correspondence. Oh, no, that's, we're at capital reserves. We have none.
We have none.
Correspondence?
We have one.
Okay.
And this is for you to sign, Mr. Chairman. Let's go ahead and read it. It is for, let's see, it is for the release of motor vehicle records to whom it may concern. The Town of Wakefield is a member of the New Hampshire Public Risk Management Exchange, Primex, Property and Liability and Workers Compensation Program. Primex is the public entity risk pool that handles claims for the municipalities, counties, and school districts within the state of New Hampshire. Please authorize the representatives from Primex to obtain copies of state police reports for investigative purposes for incidents, accidents involving the town of Wakefield. Please allow this notice to serve as a certificate of authority for calendar year 2026. Should you have any questions, please contact me sincerely, Richard C. Edwards. That just
Is that
allows,
something you have to do every year? Is that a?
I don't remember doing it
I
last
don't
year.
remember doing it before. There was recently an incident that involved the state police that we had to file for, so I assume that's what prompted it.
Yeah, they probably didn't have something on file at the time.
we don't have to make a
Yep.
motion on that, right?
Nope.
We just need
It's a
Charlie
letter.
to sign that and we'll
John
get that
Hancock
out.
on that?
Okay. All right, then we'll move on. Unscheduled comment. Not hearing any.
Oh, wait a minute, I'm sorry, I do have some correspondence here.
Oh, okay.
At the Conservation Committee meeting, they got a letter from the state about the Grade East Dam, and it probably should have been sent to us. And it's basically the same thing as they did with the Level Lake Dam. They put some issues of what they're having there. And you actually can have Brock look at this too, because there's some leakage at the dam and it's causing some erosion, but.
We usually get those.
Yeah, I know, that's why I was kinda confused that they get it, but
Okay,
I'm handing that off to you now.
okay.
Things that need to be done or something
Yeah.
and fixed, yeah.
Yeah, it's just like
Reviewed.
they do a status report on it, so it's kind of, it's a dam that's on their, red
Their
list.
land,
Yeah,
and they regulate it.
well, they're the ones that pull the boards, they're the ones that
Yeah.
maintain them, but,
Okay. Administrator update.
Yes.
and that is in New Hampshire, that's why we.
New Hampshire one, yeah. I am dedicating my entire town administrator report to our lady friend here on the board,
Oh, jeez.
And,
You're not.
yeah, I am. We're just gonna thank you. We went out and got this for you, Teresa, and it not only has your name, has the town seal on it, but I'll read it to the public here. Thank you for serving, and it has town clerk 1989 to 2010. That was your longest stint. Town administrator 2010 to 2017. Board of Selectmen 2024 to 2026. 30 years of dedicated service to the town of Wakefield. So we really thank you.
You made me cry.
Well, we love you, Trace.
you.
So,
Give you a hug right on camera.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
we're
thank
glad,
you.
we're glad that you came
Wow.
aboard.
Jeez.
Hate to see you go,
Oh, I know.
but we understand.
You'll miss me, I know.
Yeah, we
No,
understand.
I appreciate it, really. It's always been an honor to be here in the town, and I'm really glad I was able to come back and serve for this stint and help out and do whatever I can and love the town. So happy to.
And thank you for
Yeah.
the great job that you and your hubby did in the bathroom.
Oh,
No, it looks great.
you're welcome.
It looks awesome.
You're welcome. Thank
Yeah.
you. Yes.
No, it did. It cleaned it up and looks nice, and
Yeah.
that was nice that you did that.
Yeah, hoping to come back and do the next one next year. So
So are we.
still be on my radar.
So we opened.
But
We're
you're in
looking-
good hands with Tom coming on board here.
We're
And
looking forward to you being in the audience during next
Yes.
budget cycle, drilling us.
Drilling.
And then
What
we
do
can
you
say,
mean?
"But, Teresa, you voted for that."
oh, thank you. I do appreciate it.
Yeah, you're welcome. And that's my report, sir.
Okay,
All right.
building permit releases.
We have one.
Whoa! Would you give it to Mr. Duffy and let him read it?
All right. We have a property on, let's see, tax map 210 lot 17 on Crab Apple Drive. I'll make a motion, we approve this.
I'll make that motion.
You second it?
I think he made it, Teresa.
Oh, he made.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Don't mess up now, Teresa. It's your last day.
Little verklempt.
All in favor?
Second.
All in favor?
Hi.
aye.
All right. Tax collector's yearly report. That all looks good. Payment manifest. I have quite a few here, so get with it here. All right. I have one here for treasurer's warrant number, it says number 8, 2026. What's that mean?
It's the 8th warrant you
Eighth
will
warrant.
sign.
Oh, it's the 8th one, okay. For $113,180.69. Can I get a motion to carry that, please?
I'll make that motion.
Second,
All in favor?
aye.
Well, I screwed that up. I'm not paying attention.
Pass them down.
Okay. I have a, number 9, treasurer's warrant, 2026, $7,379.23. That's a good one. Can I have a motion to carry that, please?
I'll make that motion.
Second,
All in favor?
aye.
Aye.
I also have a number 7, treasurer's warrant, 2026, for $19,530. Can I get a motion to carry that one?
I'll make that motion.
Second,
All in favor?
Aye.
aye.
Okay, and last but not least, I have a payroll warrant of $128,161.64. I need a motion to carry that one.
I'll make that motion.
Keep it rolling, Teresa.
I'll
Second,
make that motion.
All
Just
in
keep
favor?
spending the money.
Aye.
Just-
Aye. Okay, with that said, we move on to the minutes. I have board minutes for February 25th, 2026 draft. It looks like we were all there. Can I have a motion to accept?
so moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I also, doesn't look like we had any,
We had no number.
we had no non-public, so that's good. All right. Do we have anything you'd like to add, Mr. Duffy?
Yeah, I do. I got a pretty good
He's
extensive
got a
one
good
here.
report.
Okay, so the Conservation Commission meeting, there was a discussion about Moose Mountain Regional Greenways. They were at the meeting, and the Conservation Commission is getting ready to put a purchase and sales agreement in place for that, one of those properties down there on the other side of Route 16, which abuts our property down by the sewer. It's a win-win.
I see that, yeah, I see that.
Yeah.
Now, the only thing is, they're gonna have to bring up the money, you know, $130K for this purchase, and, you know, of course, we'll have to have a public hearing and approve it. But once that's done, Moose Mountain Regional Greenway will get involved in it, and they'll have an appraisal done on the property, and whatever the appraisal comes in at, they'll put half of what the appraisal is towards it. So they'll get money back for the purchase of that property. But there's another smaller piece there that they're trying to purchase also, but that one's still in the works. But this is a win-win, because that's quite a bit of an aquifer down there. You got the Branch River and all that. So that's what they're there for. That's what the Conservation Commission's there for, so I was really happy to hear about that. What else did we talk about?
If I can step on that just for a second, Mark, we did, I spoke to the chairman who asked me to, chairman of conservation asked me to reach out to legal. We've got legal ready to draft any documents that's
Okay,
needed.
yeah, that was on my next note.
Yeah.
Are we going to have our attorney draft this document?
He's locked and loaded. The chairman will send him all the information, the data from both sides, both parties, and he can draft it.
Yeah, there's no sense getting them blood-sucking realtors involved in it.
We don't want to get the realtors involved.
Bloodsuckers.
All right, here's the other topic they had. This came to them from the planning board. I'm sure you're familiar with this, Charlie. This is on Old Stage Road. And this is a plan that they came up with to cut these lots out of here. This is something when Tom Doobie was still with us, that he was involved in. I know there was some issue with some of the abutters there that, you know, it was kind of contentious, but they came up to this conclusion that this piece of property that's highlighted in orange will be their like
Preserved, so
open,
it's-
open space.
space.
So it's kind of conservative, you know, not in conservation, but it's open space, but then they can't do anything with it. I don't know how that works.
No, but it becomes open space, so everybody can still use it, it stays kind of
Right.
wooded. It stays, you know, it stays natural.
My only concern with this, and I don't know why they just didn't donate this to the town, because this is me thinking the worst. I always think the worst. If all of a sudden one of these property owners here decides, you know, hey, we're gonna go out there and do something, and all of a sudden, create a little dump out there, and all of a sudden someone finds out about it, complains it, all these property owners are gonna be responsible for that cleanup. And they're probably not gonna wanna do it, or whatever. So I don't understand why they just don't donate that to the town, and we put it in conservation.
So who owns that land right now? I'm sorry, did I miss that part? Who owns
I believe, Sarah,
It's,
so was that
I
Tom?
believe that's
Doobie
Tom's.
property?
That was
I
Tom's.
think it is too.
It's Tom's, and she's selling,
All of it.
yeah, she's
And that
getting
part
rid of it.
right there is gonna
cause
be.
there was a lot of, talk about, you know, what's gonna happen to that if they start developing that, you
I'm
know?
pretty sure.
But they can't, that'll be in the, I can't think of the word.
Covenants or?
It'll be in the word,
Conditions.
Yeah.
the condition, it's not.
Of
It-
all
This
of
has all
that.
been approved, I'm surprised you're bringing it now, because I believe this has all been,
They sent this to the Conservation Commission to get their approval on it.
Oh, they sent it to the Conservation Commission?
Yes.
I thought it was all approved, but maybe it isn't, but I've been through all of them. and
Yeah.
It's all,
I think it's a great idea, but I'm just thinking, I just think you know, you
But it's
put,
owned then by the people that own those
it's
lots?
gonna, whoever
The-
buys a
it'll be their
lot is
covenants
gonna,
is to
any,
that.
you know,
Okay.
like, let's say there's only two people
Yeah.
that buy the, two lots here,
Yeah.
right? That's their, you know, open
So
space.
we have that in our Grandview
Right.
Association, so there's one
it's
lot
kind of,
up
it's kind of
there.
it's kind of
Yeah.
a stipulation to have this development.
Yeah.
They wanted a certain amount of land left to
Right.
natural, and
And they pay taxes
Yeah,
on
because
that,
there was a lot of people
right?
squabbling about this, and I think that's the reason why this came to be, is say,
Hmm.
well, this piece is gonna be preserved.
Yeah, and that was to, so they could overcome the squabbleness and give something, have that. A lot of the, and I was here when that was, a lot of the people's concerns were, obviously, they just didn't wanna develop and, come in and do it, that's always the concern, but they were talking about the water and things like that. But that was a great idea, and that came into play, and it went through, basically, so.
But.
So why come to the Conservation Commission?
I'm not sure, I didn't realize it went there.
I've seen that, and that was, cause we were talking about the runoff, that was.
Yeah,
The planning board approved it with conditions.
Right,
And one of the conditions was that they needed to bring it to the conservation.
that's,
oh, I don't remember hearing that, so,
but,
okay.
but anyway, that's only my concern, it's like you're giving these property owners open space, and I know that happened up on Buttercup Road, and that,
Yeah, a lot of
But to be a
developments
devil's
do.
advocate, I don't know if town owns so much now, we don't have, do we need to
Well,
have
we-
that,
you
so
know-
we maintain it? I mean.
No.
no, it would go into conservation, and then he just.
Oh,
well, we have-
it could go to conservation, not us as the town, so say that he would have to go maintain it, keep it picked up, and kind of like a park, right?
I think they're just asking for,
If it's open space, it's kind
it's
of,
not
it's gonna be like a current use deal, right? They're
Like
not
a
gonna
common
develop it.
ground type of thing
common
where
ground
everybody
for
can use
those,
it.
right, so
Do you
everybody
have to
could
pay
go
for
and use
that in
it.
your development?
We pay, it's 33 lots up there, so whatever we pay, I don't know, $1,000.
Cause this is a
whatever
taxable
for-
lot.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's taxed, and then all property owners pay a portion of that.
Do you guys maintain it though, or do you have?
We've talked about it, because we have our own association, so we've talked about it, but we haven't. But we did at one point, one of the property owners went up and cut some trails and stuff, so we could
Yeah.
kind of walk around. Somebody talked about making a picnic area. Nothing really has ever developed of it, because things just change in time, right? But maybe what's gonna happen is, these property owners could then do something with that if they're gonna get taxed on it, if that's gonna be
Well, that's,
part
that,
of
no,
their
the
thing.
condition
So
of
that-
this was not to do anything to this. It could be used for like recreation and all that,
For them.
but for them.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
But
yeah.
it's open space,
Right.
I just get concerned, the location of that. It's pretty remote back there on Marsh Road.
Well, you would hope that these
Well, I'm just saying, if
owners are
something,
gonna be okay
if
with
something
that.
happens on that property where it involves a cleanup,
It's not
and,
ours.
and they're gonna be all responsible for
Yeah,
that.
absolutely.
If it were me and I was buying that lot, I'd say, I'd rather have that just in conservation and be done with it, but I think it's a great idea, don't get me wrong.
So is this gonna become like a little subdivision, those lots? Or
Yeah,
is
it's gonna be, it's
They're
gonna
gonna
be,
be their own
yeah,
thing, right?
it's gonna be like an association.
even
An
though they're on
association.
town road,
It falls under cluster housing. right?
Yeah.
So
Oh, okay.
by cluster housing, they can have smaller lots, but they have to give up a certain amount of the
Correct.
land, of
Correct.
the open space.
in
Okay.
order
It's-
to keep
Buttercup
to
was the
keep it
same
open.
way.
So even though it's on a town road, it still
Correct.
would then be
It's
their
still a
own.
development,
Right.
but it's cluster housing, just like he said, and in order to have that, you
gotta
gotta
have
give
it.
up a piece of land to make it neutral space, so people have one space to
One
go to.
space to go to.
But
Could
I'm
be
just-
that nobody ever uses it, it could be that it becomes walking trails for all of them,
Yeah.
But
yeah.
he's concerned if something, if something happened to
Bad,
it,
right.
these guys are responsible to clean it, or fix it,
Yeah.
or
And
whatever.
they
Yeah.
might just say, no, I'm
Yeah.
not doing it, and the next thing you know, this is right by water bodies also, in forestry land. So the state might come in and say, you, the town, will clean that up. So, that's just me thinking out of the box.
Let's hope not, Mark, let's hope that doesn't happen.
You put that on record, so they have it. All right. Permits on. Okay, they talked about their requirement for other things on, when they get permits, they don't get the copies that they need and stuff like that. But other than that, those are the two big issues on that. Now, what else do I got? The town meeting, that went well. Teresa, you got to witness the write-in part of it.
Oh, yeah.
That was great. It just, when you print out the results, Nicole's on a computer, instead of having to go through every ballot and write down the name, she just goes, the name pops right up on the screen
Because the machine takes a photo of every one of them.
of the write-in, yeah. And so and it tells you how many write-ins you have in that one position And once you punch all that stuff in and you do all the tallies of the regular votes, there's a report already created.
That's
So
awesome.
it worked pretty good, but we did have an issue with the printer.
At the begin, at
the end.
Well, yeah, at the end of the night, there was an issue, huh?
Yeah, I fixed
Yeah.
it though. It was,
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if it's, I would say it's probably a little faster, more cleaner, probably.
Well, if
having
we
everything
had the
in
one position for
thing,
the
but-
library trustee where there wasn't anybody on the ballot. So it became a write-in nightmare. It was 175 write-ins.
Yeah.
So
So-
that
so
would have been a
Nicole-
lot to tally. Yeah,
But it still was pretty
Yeah.
easy, because once you put the name in there, if the name repeats,
Mm-hmm.
it just pops up in the list and just click on it.
Nice,
And you would
yeah.
adjudicate it.
Yeah, I noticed that there was a lot on that one. I didn't realize
Yeah.
that was because nobody was running. Yeah, cool.
But it actually went well, and I think it's gonna be a benefit once, like, if we don't have huge write-ins like that, but it seemed to be very accurate and everything, so.
Very good.
My understanding is that that candidate missed the filing period.
Yeah, that's what I heard too,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah.
that's why there was so
So
many.
that's why
'cause-
there's so many. So if you don't have that, you might. But it is something to mention, though, probably about write-ins. People don't understand sometimes what all that involves when you have a write-in. So if you write Mickey Mouse, or you write Snoop Dogg, or you write any of these names on there,
Anybody
all of
else.
that, and anybody, and somebody wrote anybody else but this person, right? I mean, it takes time, and all of that has to be put on the ballot. So just wanted to put it out there in case anybody's watching, and maybe you did a write-in that was.
Well,
maybe
now,
not worth it,
now the
and-
hard part is, now the hard
Yeah,
part is,
colorful.
now the hard
Yeah,
part
because
is.
there were a couple colorful ones too.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Now the hard part is when you get those colorful write-ins, they come up and they show.
Yeah,
Say,
Right.
And then when we go to make the tally and then we
It's
post it.
everywhere.
Now you see that real colorful
Yeah.
statement.
And everybody might think it's funny, and that's okay. That's okay. Everybody has a right to do that. It's all good, but it does.
It
I
doesn't
just
look good.
it takes time for people that are working the polls at the end of the day.
yeah, if you
so-
don't wanna vote for the person, just don't.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
And I will say, on the elections, I spoke to Valerie briefly, be looking at, with the new board, be looking at possibly capital reserve or in her budget for new booths.
Oh, yeah, they're in terrible
They're
shape.
terrible, and Brock's team
Putting those
is,
things up and taking them
they're
down is a
keeping them
nightmare.
together with
Yeah, the
scotch
cur-
tape.
the
and
curtains
all.
are getting
Tape
tatted.
around them to hold them
Yeah, they
together.
do. We've had those for how long was I town clerk? Yeah, a very long time.
Very long
All right,
time.
so you all set?
Yeah,
All right, so I'll just bring up a thing because we're getting phone calls crazy, as for the public safety.
oh, wait a minute, I'm sorry,
Go
I do have one more thing. I met with, I've been conversing with Luke, with Clearview, because we've been having some issues with the PEG channel and the Facebook and the YouTube and everything, the videos, right? I did talk to Luke about that, and he has some clear instructions out there what he wants to do, because we were going to suspend the Facebook feed because it's just not, it's not worth it. I talked to Lino about it, because some people like to do it on their phone. In this new web page they have for where they got to go, which is Cactus. I have it right here. I'm sorry, Charlie, I forgot.
Don't worry about it, go ahead.
It was a late night last night. I'm a little tired.
It was.
All right, let me see here. Luke. So, for the public's information, and I know this is still work in progress, and I'm really pleading with the public to give us the time. I know I said 2 weeks the last time I reported on this, but it's called cloud.cactus.tv. That's where you can go to watch the meetings on that site. I know there's still some issues with that, but it's getting better. Dino's gonna be checking with, as far as the feed coming into the building to make sure the bandwidth is proper to be broadcasting out on this. But it's my opinion and the cable committee's opinion that we should have one feed that people can go to, so it doesn't get tied up on YouTube or Facebook or anything like that, because it seems like that's where we have those little pitches in the corner, and the sound doesn't come through correctly. So I've really been putting a lot of time into this, and we need to fix it. I mean, I just got that text from my wife, and the sound at the PEG channel is coming through like crap. You know, people are missing meetings. They like to watch the meetings on there. I gotta, you know, express to the public that this isn't a requirement of the town to do this. We do this as a service to the town, and I know people like it and they love it because they don't have to go out of the house to watch the meetings. So we're gonna fix it one way or another, but it's gonna take a little bit of time. So give us the time and we'll fix this. You guys all set with that? Because, you know, I've been, you know, I get the complaints, and, you know, people tell me about it, and I understand it because I see it. I see these like posts from Facebook with little doggies in the corner or something that's not even part of the meeting. One of the conservation meetings, there was a red vest in front of the chairman's face on one feed. So it needs to stop, and we need to fix it. So that is what the plan is right now, is to have the one feed. And there is a mobile app that they're gonna have coming out, that they can have it on their phone too. But I'm pleading with the town to give it a little bit more time, and please let me know, let me be clear that Dino and I have been talking about this and trying to get alternatives if we can't fix it. So give us some time, please. Thank you. That's it. I'm
You
done.
wanna,
Can
give
you-
a little recap on your bell timer, just so people.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Boy, there's another thing. This was news from today. I did get the motor off the clock, right? I did get the motor off. I was talking to Scott Gaudet about it, and we both were saying, geez, there used to be motor shops real close by. Because the ones online, I'm not real comfortable with. I found one that looked like a pretty good match, and I'm glad I called these guys, because he goes, oh, you're one of them people. See, because I guess they do a lot of work on town clocks. And I was gonna drop it off because they have a place in Somersworth and a place in Manchester. Well, the one in Somersworth is closed today. You know, it's not open until, because of staff, and they don't have enough people to man it. But anyway, I talked on the guy on the phone, and he was very, very receptive to it. He goes, I understand. His father has a place up here in Woodman Pond, and so anyway, it's gonna be picked up tomorrow. I told him what happened to it, and he says, I'm pretty sure we can fix that with no problem. He goes, we've done a lot of these town clock things, so it will be picked up tomorrow, and we'll get that fixed as soon as possible, because once they fix it, I don't have any problem getting it back in there.
Okay,
All right?
very good.
Yay.
Thank you.
Right.
What I was saying is that Brock and I have been getting a lot of talk about road posting. I just want everybody to know, the roads are all posted, but our town roads are not posted. That doesn't mean you can just go out and go crazy on these roads, but our roads are in such good shape that Brock and all of us had thought that we're all set, we're good to go. But, you know, state roads all attach our town roads, so it's pretty hard to get to anywhere anyway. But I just want people to know that you don't have to ask. Our town roads are not posted. The sign is state posted, so if you got any complaints, you need to call the state. The state is their roads are all posted. And they will be probably for at least 6 weeks. But I just wanted to clarify that, because we've been dealing with it. And,
Ours are in real good shape, right? I mean, yeah, there's a couple of potholes in the dirt roads, but the dirt roads are.
they're ideal. They're
I can
wicked.
tell you that when we went away from the sand and went to the stone, it's working. I mean, there's people right now that are dealing with mud that you can barely drive through, and our roads are in good shape.
Yeah, the roads are in good shape.
They're doing good. So that being said, I talked to Charlie, and I think at this time we're in good enough shape where there's no need for us to stop people from working right now. I mean, down the road, if it gets real bad,
Then we post them. If they look like they're
If they
gonna get
look
bad, then we
we'll-
post them.
Yeah, but as of right now, we're in good shape. So
Yeah. So, like I said, you can't get to them anyway.
yeah, and that is
They're
true.
all attached to a state road, so you really have a hard
Some
time.
of those
Doesn't
state
matter
roads
what
are
direction you
bad.
come in, you can't get
Yeah.
on.
So,
Do you feel like there's any roads that we might have to post? Because I know it got pretty soupy on some of these.
Yesterday it was the frost was coming, and
Frosties
today,
are terrible today.
but today I was out on them and they dried up, and like, I use Layton Corner, cause Layton Corner gets,
It's usually the worst.
and that road is dry as a bone, and you can do 40.
But like he said, that the dirt that he uses now to sand the roads, when it's all melted and that sand gets down to the other sand,
It packs right in hard
it's
like
like
concrete.
it's like concrete. Because they're using that stone stuff like
Yeah.
John always said
Yeah.
to use, you know, and that really binds that up. And I haven't seen Layton Corner have. We used to have problems with that a lot. But I don't see any problems, and our dirt roads are in good shape.
Yeah,
So
they're in-
that doesn't
I mean,
mean
we-
that you're not going to get a fool
Right.
that drive down one of these, by all means. But
We got a spot on Oak Hill right at the end down by Pond, where Pond Road comes out, that it always gets wet right there in that corner, but it's not,
it's rare that
it's
they're
not
gonna
rutted,
be
it's
dirt
not, it's
roads
just
anyway.
wet, so.
So.
I think we're in good shape.
Okay, with that said, Teresa, would you like to say anything?
No, I think we said it all.
This is Teresa's last day.
I know, it's so weird. It
Last
is
day.
weird, but again, thank you for the opportunity to serve with you guys. It's been great.
Okay, well, we're glad to have you. All right, with that said, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
One more comment.
Go ahead.
It's different on this side of the table, isn't it?
Oh, it's very different on this side of the table. Good luck. Yes, and I'm glad you did say that, because I do think people need to realize how difficult it is. And you guys have been doing this for a very long time, and I give you kudos for that, because it takes a lot of time and dedication, and you do a lot. You really, really do. And if anybody thinks in the future that they want to run and do that, just really talk to them, talk to the town administrator, and just
Oh, that's like
get a good
Seth
feel for
Garland
it,
now.
because
He's-
it's really,
You know, he's showing interest. I hope he doesn't lose interest
Yeah.
by not winning this election. You know, I think he's got a good future in this town. He's a local boy. Keep at it, you know?
it's a great community, great job, but you definitely have to, dedicate the time. And I think there's a lot of great people out there that will serve our town in the future, and
We'll see.
it's great.
And Tom,
Yeah,
let me
Tom's
tell you,
coming on, and
there's gonna be a conference coming up that it's a great one from Primex.
yep.
It's going to be at the Mount Washington Hotel. Everything is free for people that are members of the Primex family. You just have to pay, if you want to stay there overnight, you can, but there's a lot of great courses that they offer.
Is that
Mark goes every year. I haven't been yet, but I want
Stay
to
away
go.
from the 13th floor.
They're gonna have it in June this year. It's supposed to be early June.
Early June?
I did sign up for the NHMA one that's in
Yep.
a couple of 3 weeks.
Yeah,
ago.
that's a good one
There's
too.
plenty.
Oh, in April.
No, it's the public official.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
the
yeah,
public
New
officials
public
one.
officials
Yeah.
one. That is a great
good
one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And there's
All
a
right.
great book that Tony will order for you. It's called
Yeah.
Knowing the Territory.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one to have.
That's why if you get a chance to do that hard road to travel, that's a good.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That's
Yeah,
a good
that's another
class
one.
too.
I got
Yeah,
that
that's a
one too, yeah.
really good
I
class.
think that
Yeah.
publication comes with this
Yeah.
Yep.
local officials workshop.
All right, with that said, Dino wants you to fix that clock tomorrow.
Yeah.
So, I'll do it.
I was just gonna say that.
No, it's only 5
Besides that, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Oh, look at, see?
Oh, there we
Tall
go. We got
guy.
the height.
Oh.
I make that
It's only
motion.
because we don't need a ladder. It's only because we don't need a ladder. Reason why none of us can do it, we'd have to go rent a ladder, come downtown, get a ladder,
Have to form a committee.
form a
Have a
committee.
All right, I'll
Have
make
a
my last
safety
motion
check.
to adjourn the meeting.
Please make the last motion.
Second.
I did.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.